Alright, so you've decided to take EGD as a subject. First of all, congratulations. This is an amazing subject to have, and it's also a very lucrative subject uh, to make part of your life. Alright, first of all, if you are going to take EGD as a subject, you need to be equipped for it. So, the first thing that we are going to look at is the drawing equipment that you would need. There's no way that you can start EGD if you do not have what you can see in front of you at the moment. So the first thing that we look at is an A3 drawing board. This drawing board aims to, to be uh, your foundation. You cannot start your drawing if you do not have one of these. You are fastening your paper onto this drawing, and from there on out, your paper shouldn't be able to move around. You should have a T-square that connects onto the board, and it should be able to move around with quite ease. You can see I'm only using one hand, and I can draw a 180-degree line whenever I would like. Second thing that you would need is going to be a scale ruler. Now, a scale ruler looks something like this. It's not a necessity to have. You can get away with any ruler that has millimeters as a unit of measure. This one aims to already show you the scales that is available on the ruler, which just makes it easier to use in scaled drawings. Then if we look at the set squares, we can see you should have a 45-degree and a 30-60-degree angle set square. Now these set squares are going to assist you in drawing. uh, this is what they look like. First of all, you can see they are also transparent, so you can see through them for specific measurements there as well. This aims to allow you to draw perpendicular lines, angles, and complex shapes. So you are going to use these quite a lot. In fact, this your T-square is never going to leave your board, and you'll always use your set squares on top of your T-squares like so. Then we have something that we call an eraser plate. Now I currently don't have one with me to show you, but it looks exactly like you see there. It's a small metal plate, and what it aims to do is you can, if you make a mistake on one of your drawings, you can put the mistake over one of these holes, and then you erase over the plate so it doesn't erase additional lines on your page. Then on the right hand side here, we can see there is something that we call a circle stencil. This allows the ease of drawing circles without having to use a compass, which we will be getting to in a minute. You'll see there are some radii that's extremely difficult to draw, those in particular. So having a circle stencil, you can easily put this down and draw those small circles. Then on the right hand side here we have the compass. This is a very standard compass and divider set that we have, but I would recommend you buy something like this. This is a compass that does not have a bend on the legs as it goes down, because ultimately these bends, they aim to wear, right? They wear a bit, and then it's quite difficult. As soon as you draw a line, it might bend in, or a circle, sorry, it might bend in. Then we have a clutch pencil. Now this clutch pencil, you can see it's going to be a 2H pencil with a 0.3 millimeter lead. Now you can get away with using a 0.5, like you can see me using at the moment. This just means that your lines are going to be slightly darker and it might be slightly bigger, but this is still 100% perfect for what you want to achieve. Then you have your standard eraser. It's better not to use those color ones that might give off on your page. Rather just use a standard eraser, like I'm just going to give you an example. Just a white one, nothing special about this eraser. Quite flexible, which means it erases quite easily. Then last but not least, what you are definitely going to need is going to be a protractor. Now normally you have protractors that's attached onto a T-square. These are not optimal because you won't be able to move your protractor the way you really need to. So you need a protractor that's quite small and that you can clearly see the degrees around the edges there. So these are in a nutshell exactly all the equipment that you might need. and there is a plectrum of different types of equipment that you can buy. Most of them you might never use, but these are absolutely essential. Um, it's going to be difficult to get by in this subject without having these equipment. All right, I hope this helps as an introduction, and see you in the next one. Take care.